family. Just sitting too far up. Slide this back. See how this works. Hey, family. BMore. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the BMore's Teen Talk Show. Y'all like my ghost host speaking voice? Do you like my co-host speaking voice? Do you like my go? What's up, fam? This is the Copeland from the Couch Conversation as well. No matter how I go to set up, right? So I could just come in and just start. Trip I have ever been on in my fucking life. Stay tuned. And just start there. It doesn't work like a that. It doesn't work like a that. No matter how I try to set it up and to come on time, it doesn't set that like that. But look, I'm gonna start my topic off right, and that's changing within. I'm looking at our youth, and I just did y'all know I always do my little 5-minute clips, right? Before I send stuff over. So I just did my little 5-minute clip. And what I do with my clips, family, I am on Stream TV. Stream. I keep saying stream. Stream TV. Okay. I'm on Stream TV. And don't do this to me again. I'm on Stream TV as well. Come on. There we go. So on Stream TV, whatever I talk about over here, I forward it over there. And that's a 24/7 TV talk show, right? So all of my recordings I will put on Stream TV. All right. So if anybody wants to come up, let me know. You can send me a message. The goal is for us to be able to have a decent conversation. This is what this is all about. It's about us having a conversation. It's about giving our youth family a voice. Not just that, I love some of the shows that I've been seeing where they talk about giving youth a voice, right? But in the sense of saying that, it's the parents. You have to listen. You have to learn to listen and listen to learn and try not to judge your children. And I know we have a lot of children that get smart and all this type of stuff. They sassy and all of that. I understand all that. But do not, no matter what, parents, do not give up on your children. If you see that your child is dealing with certain issues, and for TikTok's sake, I have to watch certain languages, family. But if you see that your child is dealing with some type of trauma, And to be honest, parents, you are the one that have to get them the proper help that they need when you know your child or your children is dealing with certain issues. Now, as a parent, as a person that used to be in the streets, I'm no longer in the streets like that no more. So I had to raise my kids totally different. The same way my mother taught us to respect our elders, to respect our teachers. And from what I got out of that family, my mother telling us, well, teaching us to respect our elders and teachers, right? The teachers, during the hours that your parents worked, to me, they was the babysitters. Y'all might not look at it like that. They're educators now, but they are the babysitters. You get me? So whenever we would show our butt and my mother had to come up to the school, she took you outside and she popped you. My mother taught us not to disrespect our elders. And if you did, excuse me, fam, I got to slap my chill with something. And if you did, you know, back in the days, Miss Ida Man then would whoop your tail. What's up, Doc? Miss Ida Man then would beat your butt if you showed off. The reason why I'm saying this, that village is not gone. That village is not gone. If you finding it difficult as a parent to raise your child, yourself, or your children, there are programs. There are programs out there that you can go and get the proper help that you need in being a better parent. That's all. I became a foster care parent in this process. I mentored young men in this process as well, right? And the only reason why a lot of the stuff I did, family, because I grew up without a father. And I know how important it is to have that male role model in your life. My mother was always there. So I know how important it is to have that male as well. That part of me, to me, was missing. So I had to make sure I did something totally different when it came to mine. Y'all feel me? Not only did I do foster care, which I raised my nieces and nephews, that's part of the family. That's the village thing, you know. And then my own. I just wanted to give back. I call myself trying to fill in that gap of that positive male role model. See, now I know what it's like, family, and I know y'all understand when I say this. I know what it's like to be out in the streets. And when I say Barbara Jean taught us very well, and there's some other stuff that happened throughout life, I ain't gonna get too deep into, because we hustled. But look, in saying that, right, The morals, the values, the principles was there. You get it? But now I had to do different with mine. That's why I'm saying the way I do. And I don't want people to think that it's okay to live that corrupt lifestyle. I don't want people to think it's okay. But now I'm really, 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 really proud of my nieces, my nephews, the Copeland family. And when I say that, I'm talking about Barbara Jean Copeland's children. And I'm going to say Mary Copeland as well. That was my mother's sister. I am so, so proud of the ones came behind us that didn't get caught up in that certain lifestyle like a lot of us did. So when I sit back and say this family with 33 years clean, January, what is this? This the 8th month. We got 4 more months in this year. January the 26th. God's will. I don't pick up. I have 34 years clean. I can tell y'all just for today, I don't have no desire to use. Just for today. Because that's all I can focus on. Now, I'm going to go to the prompt, right? So that I can make my little clips and send them back over. Make my little clips and send them back over. Okay, family. Oh, my God. Oh, I was getting ready to say I got my timing up here wrong. But it's 12 minutes in. And see, the reason why I'm saying that, family, because I'm counting, like, when I go to do my recording, where to start back at, you know, as I do my clips. But now, let me say this. Because the day is Saturday and Sundays, I try to focus mainly on the BMore Teen Talk Show. Even though I don't have a problem with the adults, please, I need y'all. Because we are the voices for our youth. We are their voices. And, well, I mean the solution, family. I apologize because I said voices. We are the solution to whatever they're dealing with. You get it, parents? Now, let me see what my comment section is, just in case somebody send me something, I can get it. Now, look, let me go here. I don't know why every time I sit in this chair, I get a pain in this arm. I might have to order me another reclining chair, another to do my showing. Because I don't know why. It's like every time I come over here, I get this pain in this arm. I get this pain in this arm. But look, all right, y'all know this is a recovery process for me. Anytime I open up my mouth, it's about spiritual growth, right? I am not this real religious, not like I used to be. I'm not this real religious, Holy Ghost filled, fire baptized, so heavenly bound that I'm no earthly good. Okay? I just want y'all to understand. I am not so heavenly bound that I'm not no earthly good. Because no matter what, being on this earth, nowhere in the world I can be on this earth and not participate in worldly things. But what I realize, don't make those worldly things my God. That's where the problem coming at. trying to make these worldly things your God, putting them before the Creator himself. I'm talking about our children too. Listen closely. Okay. Now, changing within, growing older. Changing within, growing older. Now look, come on down. I like when I do this, and the goal is to read off to y'all. Come on, come on. To read off to y'all, right? Let me switch my phones around. Slide you over here. Okay. These are 5 steps that when I write this and I send it to Chat GBT, right? GPT. I asked them to do like 5 steps. Try to make it simple. But look, self-awareness. That's the first thing, family. No matter what I say out my mouth, it's all about getting to know yourself. It's about getting to know you and appreciating you for who you are. Okay? Self-awareness. Second, accountability. Take responsibilities for your choices. I'm talking about our youth. Adults should already understand this. This is what we teach back to our children. Faith and purpose. Trust God and discover your purpose daily. Four, growth and change. Growth and change. I'm not just talking to our youth. It's a lot of grown folks got a lot of growing to do. Embrace change and commit to growth. That's 4. Number 5, legacy and impact. Live to inspire, make a lasting impact. Live to inspire and making a lasting impact. You know what I was thinking about doing lately, family? Because I noticed, and I'm not, a lot of people prompts, right? A lot of people will put up prompts that will have us attacking each other. That's not where my heart is at. And now, because now being older, right? I understand about letting go of childish behaviors. As you get older, that's that growing process that we talk about. A lot of things that I used to do as a child, I had to learn to let go. That come with growth. Parents, if we're not healthy here, if we're not healthy, we're not going to be able to raise healthy children. Because you can't give it back unless it's here. Here. You can't give it back. You can only give back what you have inside. That's why I ask people this, right? As a man who know how to love himself, who know how to care for himself, who know how to treasure himself, who's warm, sensitive, kind, gentle. And I know that other side of me as well. That can be a rotten, no good individual. Because I live like that. Why am I going to keep hanging around people or surrounding myself around people that's practicing a lot of old nasty behaviors? Why? I'm talking about me. Because if that's where your heart is at, that's where your mind is at, that's fine. But now keep in mind, all of my children as well are grown. My youngest is 23. Live a great life. My oldest, 37. 2 kids of her own. Doing a great job. See, that gives me time to sit back and talk about things like this. Because to me, my kids are living proof. But it's because of their mother. Theirs, because I got an older daughter by my first wife. And I got 2 kids by my second wife. It's the parents. Let me see if I turn this way and maybe my arm will stop hurting on me. Because that sucker hurt me over here. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the way I'm sitting in this chair. I need to pull this back piece up some. Or I might need to switch it out. But yeah, I'm only doing this, family, for us to learn and grow. You know, better educate our children. I can say this. I still have a life to live, right? But I didn't live my life. I didn't live my life. And I'm going to say this. The reason why I'm saying that the way I am, because I don't regret like the years, that I done, like the smugs. For TikTok's sake, I gotta say smugs, family, which means drugs. But for TikTok's sake, I gotta say smugs. I thank God my children are caught up in that. The alcohol. I was a cold alcoholic. I thank God my children is not caught up in that. My family. See, I can sit back and say that, family, because we had to raise them different. You get it? We had to raise them different. And because my wives and I was able to provide a better life for ours, what I look like being a man of God, not at least sharing some of that. like, now, what I am going to do, I'm going to mention some of the programs in Baltimore City. I can't type it in because I'm not that good with typing. I'm not that good. I'm really, 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 really proud of Baltimore City. I'm so freaking proud of the programs, the nonprofits, the businesses that's in Baltimore City doing a great job. I'm so proud. And when I say that, I'm talking about like Uncle T. I'm talking about Cherie Rogers, Squeaky, down at the Ruth Kirk Center. I Am Mentality. I'm so proud of these programs and businesses in Baltimore City that's creating or created programs for our youth. Even though we have a lot of them that's acting a little disrespectful, for a better lack of words, right? I'm so proud. Now, what I am going to do, I'm going to read off. It was suggested to me to mention some of the programs, and the one I run across, I'm going to read it and give you the phone number. So if you want to write this number down in the name of the program in Baltimore City, please do. Please do. Because I'm telling y'all, I'm so proud. A lot of them have like recreation centers programs. The Teen Talk show is giving our youth a voice. Now, the way I want to set this up, I want to do like a round table. All right. I want to do a round table. I'm looking for a host. I talked with Kendrick and I asked Kendrick would he mind hosting the BMore's Real Teen Talk show. He's 23. And Kendrick started Kayla, right? Opportunity organization, and that's a youth program. The same things I'm doing here with the Teen Talk show. The LaTanya D. Copeland House of Hope is the same vision that Kendrick had. But Kendrick is 23. He's young, and that's what I love about it. Kayla lost her life in 2021. I think he said she was about the 100th victim during that time. They never solved her case. The person that did it would go down there and tell them certain things. They didn't search more into it. This is what Kendrick was talking about. But when you don't know what level to go to from there. Like me, I have a big mouth. This platform that I'm talking on, if it's something that I'm not happy about in Baltimore City, I can come on here and talk about it. Okay? As a community activist, as a human rights advocate, as a community organizer. And I'm talking about working with other organizations. We speak out against stuff like this. And if we feel as though the police department or investigators are not doing their job correctly, we'll speak out on that as well. And as y'all know, when you speak out on certain things, you run the risk with your mouth. Now, because I do say, I'm trying not to go as deep like I did some years ago and calling out names where y'all know I ended up getting arrested. I had 3 police in front of me. Tyree had just got killed some weeks before then. Y'all seen that man, the police drive up and start lighting them up. Get on the ground, get on the ground. They ain't even give him time to get on the ground. Y'all watched him as he was going down to do whatever, to respond to the officer's command. What'd he do? Boom, 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 boom. I got 3 of them in my face. The Holy Spirit started telling me, shut up, Steve. Shut up, Steve. Because they waiting for you to do something out of pocket. They waiting for you to do something out of pocket, Mr. Copeland, to take you down. And what I was sharing with the police is in all of them, y'all get paid to go back into the community to help clean up what people like myself and other organizations are in the community does too. But y'all get paid. I don't get paid. So basically, we should be working together, not against each other. I got so much stuff in here. This just came across my spirit. That's why I pulled it. Because it was suggested that I read like some names off. And I'm talking about the programs that we have in Baltimore City. I definitely want to get to you, Uncle Tay. Uncle T. I got to go see Uncle T, family. But look, this is the way. Okay? I'm talking about the talk shows, family. This is the way I get my voice out about certain things that's going on. Not only that, this is the way I come on with personal experience with certain things myself. I would share a process of working up out of that if you stuck in a certain area in your life. I'm not just one of the ones that stay stuck in the problem. I got my TikTok platform over here. My platform is open up to 8 people over here where we can talk and discuss things. I can have 6 over here. Matter of fact, I can have 10. Where we can actually talk about stuff. But see, I don't want us to just point out the problems. I need people who is addressing the problems. who have programs or businesses, right, where they are substituting or slowing it down. You get it? But I hear so many of us, it's like we lost in the problem. I'm laughing, right? Because that's all you hear people talk about is the problem. And we are the solutions. Do y'all realize that we are the solution? That's why I got to the point, right? I said I'm going to stop going after our politicians as hard as I was, right? And I apologize for slowing this thing up. But look, I was looking for Uncle T. All right, Uncle T. Okay. Now look, since I can't get to it fast enough, I'm gonna pull out my list. And look, these are programs in Baltimore City, y'all, that I know for a fact doing some great work. Where my paper? Where my paper? It's about the solutions. It's about the solution. Brandon Scott, Ivan Bates, Commissioner Harris before he left, they know when Big Steve stepped up into places. It's about, well, this is what we can do to slow this down. This is what we can do to put a stop to that. This is what we can do. They knew. I remember I asked Commissioner Harris one time, right? He was at our church. I said, you know who I am? He said, yeah. I'm like, I know you do. Now, I haven't met Worley yet. But now, mind y'all, I'm not trying to be nasty. It's just to let them know who I am. Steve Copeland from Strengthening the Community. Steve Copeland, Strengthen the Community. The LaTanya D. Copeland House of Hope. In case y'all don't understand, these are just titles, family. No, that's my business. But these are just titles that was given to me. Now, I am a community activist, a community organizer. I'm with other organizations that fights for the democracy of Black people here in Baltimore City. A lot of them don't get on. If they paid, they can't get on shows like this and talk about certain things. If they are paid organizers, I can't. That's why when y'all hear people speaking out against politics or religion, some of them do get paid, like, because I just thought about our politicians. Anytime you have certain politicians that speak out against laws that they create to hurt the people, those are the ones that's really for the people. They going against the grain. Like a Jasmine Crockett. Because of the way she speaks, that's that activism in her, that activist inside of her. Not that she's a politician, she's for the people. And people will get y'all mixed up. Oh, she ghetto. Oh, she this. Oh, she that. No, she not. She's speaking. She understands what the law is designed to do. And then what we'll do, we'll sit back and listen to everybody else that knocks them. Oh, she ghetto. Oh, she doesn't know. She's a well-educated woman. She's a politician. And anytime she's arguing against certain policies or certain things that, say, the Republican Party is putting together, she's representing the people as a whole. Y'all just lost on it. So you know what we'll do? We'll create a safe zone. Joanne Brooks, Baltimore City, has a youth mentoring program. Damon Cooper of Baltimore City has a program called Phenomenon. He's considered as a life coach. Joe Gamble is an ex-football player. Now, I don't know because I haven't reached out to him in years, but he was down at the YMCA on Drew Hill. Mayo Alfonso or Alfonso Mayo, mentoring Umar, and I'm gonna stop right here because Umar's down on Drew Hill and North Avenue, and the reason why I'm saying that, family, for a lot of y'all that that don't know where these programs are at, look up the names. Look up the names. All right. For some people that feels like Baltimore City don't have nothing for our youth, that's not true. That's not true. It's just that the parents, right? You the one that has to go to these programs, and the majority of them that I read to y'all are West. Let me make that clear. That's the west side of Baltimore. They right in your community. You might not even know it. Notice it. You might see certain little things like, why them children always going in and out of that church? It's a program there. Everybody that's hanging around churches are not all church members. A lot of NA meetings are held in churches. Okay? For some of y'all that feels like the church ain't doing certain things, I'm only sharing this, y'all, because you know what? A lot of this stuff I didn't understand. I didn't know until I started getting more involved in being a community organizer, being with Communities United. And what I would do is go into the communities to find out what organizations in there to help build back up in the communities. Because, you know, anytime a person have a 501c3 or anything of a nonprofit, they sent to get an EIN number, right? Telling the state and the government what they're going to do to build back up in that particular community. Did y'all miss that word? I said particular community. I'm a LLC. Because I'm a LLC, I can do stuff west. It's not to say your nonprofit can't, but I can do stuff west, east, south, and north. With my housing program, if I want to open up a housing program east, north, south, west, I can. And when I say that, I'm talking about a temporary to permanent housing program for our homeless and less fortunate individuals and families. I don't have to stay in one spot, basically. With my LLC is business. My housing program is basically under the business. So the goal is now to do the 501c3 with the housing portion, because mine is independent family. So anybody that comes into the housing program, or if you call Mr. Steve, you got to have some type of income, because I don't get government funding. And the people that I work with, some, don't get government funding for us to guide you to. So I am going to ask you, how much do you normally get a month or make a month? I got to see how much rent do you pay. I mean, how much rent can you afford comfortably each month? Not just your rent, your BGE. And I know y'all got cell phones, internet stuff. So basically, I need to know how much a month you are putting out so I will know how to properly guide you in the proper way that you can afford to pay for a decent living. And the goal is, I don't want you to be broke each month. So we got apprenticeship programs available for people and everything. I'm going to mention this name here. I'm going to mention two names because I'm getting a little familiar with certain programs that's what they specialize in. Equality Equation, or if I didn't say it right, Equation Equality. Equation Equality. That's Plus Jones in them program. They do heavy duty equipment work, electrician, nursing. They have these apprenticeship programs under their belt. Lisa Pierce does the same things. Not just Lisa Pierce, at the Food Project. Michelle. They have programs. They working with the Black community to build back up. It's not to say they don't work with all cultures now. Don't get it wrong. But most of them work in building back up the Black community. And if you home saying, well, they ain't doing this, they ain't doing that, you're not reaching out to them. I'm calling names out for you. When I get better at being able to post like the names and numbers in so y'all can see it and copy it, I'm gonna do it. Once I learn how to do it. Baltimore. And I'm gonna say this too to our people that wants to run for office. What's the best way to reach our people? Keep this in mind. I was asked twice to run for council seat. And I was asked to run for the 12th district delegate seat on the Republican ticket. I was going to run. Not just that I was going to run. Well, I was undecided, to be honest with y'all at first. But now I got a better understanding. Once we in session, I have to move away from the business. Once I'm out, I can get back to the business. I didn't understand that at first. So as I look at Corey McCray, I didn't know he does housing and everything. See, certain people we don't know that's in politics, they do have organizations on the outside. They do have businesses that they do. But once you're in session, you can't, mix the two together. So I'm learning a little bit more. I'm learning little by little by little. I'm learning. So that has me in a way where if I do become a politician, any laws they create that I feel as though gonna hurt the people, gonna strict the people, y'all know I'm gonna come up against it. Point blank. Point blank. Make it clean and simple for you. I'm gonna come up against it. But anything that's created that will help our people prosper from it, woo, I got you. All right. As a God-fearing man, for 5 years, I was at Browns Memorial Baptist Church. In my early walk, I strive to be perfect because I didn't really understand. My goal was perfection. 18 months into my recovery process, family, and going to church and everything, trying not to step on the lines. Didn't want to break my mother back. Didn't want to go against the word. 18 months into walking into this new way of life, I felt like I was about to lose my mind trying to be perfect. Please stop trying to push that on other people. Please stop when you know you can't fulfill that obligation yourself. 18 months because I was trying to do everything right. Me and my first wife living together, I got to the point I didn't have sex with her or sex with her until we got married, because everything that we was doing, living in sin-wise, I was trying to correct it by getting married. See, a lot of y'all, whenever you want to share about certain things, make sure it's your personal experience with it. Because it's a lot of other people out there that's going through certain things too that they need to hear. My goal right now, I walked away from both of my marriages. I would love to get married again. I would love to get married again. But this time, how somebody said it, and I loved it. I want to date to marry. I don't want to do the same things that I did before. Some of y'all don't care, and it's okay. Everything I do is to please God, in the sight of God. And if y'all see me, it's not that I'm trying to be perfect. I'm keeping it real. That's what I'm about, keeping life real. I don't live in this fantasy world today like I used to. It's about keeping life real. And I don't want to put no more expectations on nobody than I put on myself. And guess what? I'm going to say this again. A lot of the stuff I used to do, just for today, I don't do no more. All right? And a lot of it have to do with this, family. I'm getting older. I'm older. You know, I'm older. So a lot of it have to do with that. But still, what I'm saying, this is a teachable moment. This is a teachable moment. Whenever Big Steve opened up his mouth, it's a teachable moment. Now, I'm not perfect, but God darn it, I can tell you right now, I love the kid and joke. So y'all better take it for a joke. Long as I keep my eyes on Christ, I'm all right. The moment I take my eyes off of Christ, I sink. Remember how Peter took his eyes off of Christ? He sunk. So as long as my faith and my trust is in Jesus, right, I'm all right. Wait a minute, Corey, I can't see your, I seen you sent me something, cuz I'm going to see if I can make it larger so I can read it. Ouch! Okay. Since I'm the only one up, Corey, it say, I survived the streets of Jamaica. That's my cousin, y'all. Corey! That's DMX, cuz. That's DMX, cuz. Right? And y'all know DMX was in Baltimore, right? I ain't know I was hustling. My friend Chip and my brother and them knew who DMX was. I didn't. Now that was before I think he became famous and everything, right? Now, these are teachable moments, family. They're educational, family. It's not to judge nobody. It's to let you know that I've been there, I did that, I've done that, and I've learned to grow from it. Now, being the person that I am, excuse me for smacking and stuff, y'all, my lips and everything. I'm just looking at my time. I got 4 more minutes with this live. I must be yet slacking somewhere. I must be slacking. Because I got 3 minutes with this live right here. It's saying 7 o'clock already. So I must be lagging. So keep in mind, tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Saturdays and Sundays is basically 7 days a week. We're going to talk about life. And when I say we're going to talk about life, any youth that want to talk, they can talk. All right. If you're underage, I just want to make sure your parents is okay with you talking. Because I don't want you to come up here and say stuff that basically this is a talk show. If you've been raped, you've been molested, you've been abused mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, if these type of things that's going on in your life and you looking for freedom, it's okay. I'm saying it's okay. That's what the Couch Conversation Show is all about. That's what the Teen Talk Show is all about. For some of y'all that might not understand. That's why I call it a voice for the youth, giving our youth a voice. The parents are the solutions to whatever your child is going through. You are the solution to their problems. But guess what? If you are not a healthy parent yourself, if you aren't healthy mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, I know you're not going to be healthy for your child or your children. You can only give back what's there. And if it's unhealthy information, we're going to feed unhealthy information. I'm in granddaddy mode. I'm one that can come to the family get-togethers and cookouts and stuff, right? Holidays, and just sit back and relax. Fix me, please. It's my turn now. Changing within to our younger youth again. Enjoy your life, because I'm going to get ready to end this. I only want to do an hour. Enjoy your life to our youth and young adults. Enjoy it while you can. Because when you get a little bit older and start creating a family, a lot of your personal attention is going to be towards them. I know. Because big Unc is in granddaddy mode now. He in granddaddy mode now. You get me? And certain things I used to do, right? I don't have to do today because they all grown. I love y'all, and I'm going to go ahead and end this and send some little small clips back over. Okay, family? Okay? Love y'all. Come on. Love y'all. And I'm out. Women, I'm trying to stop my band. Okay. Love y'all, family. I'm gone.